This beat was produced by Mart85. AtomicBeats.com.
This life is my story. Got to tell them, don't ignore me. I've drove these roads and walked the streets 1,000 times. And as the days go by, I always try to be who I am. To be who I am. To be who I am.
I'm done living for the moment, I'm living for the one who owns it. Crafts my life, I'm living it, making sure who's ever around me knows it. I'm prayed up and unashamed, and you can tell the spirit shows it. Shining inside me like a light, I'm highly favored and chosen. But I'm not the only one who chooses, don't forget it did it for all. Those who can call on him daily, mainly for those of us who fall. It's not really hard to fail, Jesus' name is who you call. Raise your head and arms high to keep you standing like a wall. Standing tall from a Jesus, I'm glad he sees us through our struggle. In the blink of an eye, it's nothing for him to resolve trouble in your life that you have when it seems too easy to crumble. That things are gonna pop when there's too much air in your bubble. But no matter what makes you stumble, he's always there on the double. Like a teammate for the fumble, showing every bit of my love for the king, the ruler in the midst of the rumble. Keeping me sane and in my place, reminding me to stay humble. Yeah.
This life is my story. Got to tell them, don't ignore me. I've drove these roads and walked the streets 1,000 times. And as the days go by, I always try to be who I am. To be who I am. To be who I am.
If it wasn't for him, really, who knows where I would be? Probably still addicted to drugs and cast out to the sea. By the grace of God, it gives me peace when it's too hard to see. Blinded by the world I was, but now my soul has been set free. Even when I'm being me and too hard-headed to listen, I've been forgiven by grace and really found what I'm missing. But just to know the love for the one who has died for me keeps me twisted in the fact that yes, he is risen. I thank God for giving a wretch like me a second chance. Now I'm spending my days of my life like I'm in a trance. The only thing on this mind of mine is how should the kingdom advance? Taking accountability no matter what passes my glance. And I'll swear dance with the devil all day, clearly stated my faith, making sure that he knows that this life that I live is no game. Taking all the punishment necessary with no worldly gain, while he's beating my friend, yes, I'll be still screaming his name.
This life is my story. Got to tell them, don't ignore me. I've drove these roads and walked the streets 1,000 times. And as the days go by, I always try to be who I am. To be who I am. To be who I am.
I'm taking this pain daily, wouldn't have it no other way. Cause when it rains, I feel the way the water's gone so astray. So little time left in this place, and still so much change. From the way things are looking, now I can understand his rage. From the wages of war and the hatred placed in the faces of different races, it makes this world too misplaced to erase it. But let's just face it, the only way just to make it is fake it. That's not true, God didn't make this world for us just to waste it. But if you don't believe me, pick up a Bible, you can easily trace it. But it's stated right there, the end is near, and I can taste it. How refreshing to know that by God faith has the grace to forgive us for failing, falling, and for our mistakes. For heaven's sake, stop what you're doing and put on your brakes. Open your eyes to see the truth for all these slithering snakes that only want to steal, kill, murder, but do whatever it takes to open your heart to Jesus Christ. Cause for you his heart aches.
This